now your own Performance Wall beginning training video with the nation's hottest new personal fitness trainer, Ralf Hennig.
All right, I'd like to start with the first 20 techniques, and the first one will be push and pull. All right, Valentina, get into a fighting or boxing stand, bring the ball up chest level, and start with the ball close to your chest. Now, extend and reach out as far as you can without leaning over your trunk. Pull back towards your chest and retract your shoulder girdle and repeat. While you do that, I'd like you to squeeze the ball close to your chest. Focus on your posterior shoulder girdle, the muscles between your clavicle, the middle deltoid, trapezius, and your rhomboids. We're going into standing front arm raise. John is going to start with a boxing stand. Arms are relaxed, holding firm on to the ball. Now, you raise your arm as high as you can, right over the head, hold the position, focus on abdominal strength, and slowly lower the arm. You can do that at your own pace as long as you have control over the ball. We're focusing on shoulder mobility. The upper trapezius is involved as well. So is the entire arms. The side twist. The feet are parallel, slightly bent. John is holding on to the ball in a 90-degree angle. Keep your arms bent. Now he's turning sideways, either direction, as far as he can. He's coming back to the center and using a follow-through over to the opposite direction. That's correct. Make sure you don't twist on your knees. And you use a little bit more of a follow-through now. So the momentum of the ball will force somewhat of the stretch. Correct. Add your head turn for improved neck mobility, but don't move your head more if you feel you're getting lightheaded. Extend the arms for intensity, but don't turn your knees. We're focusing on the knee stabilizers, your hip stabilizers, and improving your strength around your core, the abdominals, and the lower back. The southern. Bring your feet all the way together, parallel to the front, correct? Now I'd like you to place the ball up and behind your head for a nice anterior shoulder girdle stretch. I'd like you to roll or circle the ball around your head without moving the head. Focus on strong abdominals. Okay, bend over side twists. Open your legs a little wider than shoulder width apart, correct? Now bend your legs slightly. What I'd like you to do is bending over your trunk, keeping your back aligned, reach through the legs, come on up, and then as soon as you correct your posture, you turn over one direction as far as you can backwards, come back to the center, and repeat. Reach through, come up, and then turn to the opposite direction. Make sure the knees don't cave in. So we're concentrating on the small muscle groups around the knees. Another area which being challenged is your lower back and your hamstrings. The mower. Bring your legs all the way together. Focus on aligned and balanced position. We're starting with the ball right out in front of you. Extending your arms as far as you can over your head. Then use the momentum coming down and twist your body while the ball just passes the center and to either directions, either left or right. Particularly when you are over your head with the ball, I want you to concentrate on tightening your abdominals, real firm. Either you look forward or you turn your head following the ball. That again will improve your peripheral vision, your proprioception, and your kinesthetic awareness. Around the world, I like to get into a split stand. So you're forcing the stretch on the inner thigh somewhat. All right? A little wider than shoulder width, but you want to feel a good stretch, still having control over your body. Don't lean over your trunk yet. Bring the ball around the side and the back towards the front, bowing forward. That's correct, right there. And then start the opposite direction. Want to keep the legs straight, but not locked, so we can focus on the stabilizers of your hip, your knees, and your ankles. At the same time, concentrating on mobility around your trunk, your core, and your shoulder girdle and shoulders. Standing knee lifts. Hold on to the ball between the navel and your chest. Feet shoulder width apart. Keep your knees bent and stay light on your feet. We are alternating knee lifts at the same time turning the ball in the same direction. Breathe out when you twist and when you turn the ball sideways. Really focusing on balance and coordination here. Strengthening your flexor muscle and stretch out your buttocks, your gluteus, and your hamstrings. And your lower back as well. The rocking chair. Either you keep your feet shoulder width or you place them all the way together. Hold on to ball, but relax your arms. I like to start with actually rocking yourself from your heel to your toes and shift the weight between the two end points, heel, toe, heel, toe. We're going to add on to that move a full arm extension. So when you come up on the ball of your feet, I like you to extend and then bring it back down. Extend and slowly bring it back down with control, which strengthens your anterior tibialis and your calf muscles. Move your hips along with the entire body, forward and back. Diagonal pull. Open your legs sideways in a split stand. Keep your legs straight. Reach to either side as far as you can towards the foot or touch the foot. Diagonally pull the ball up to the highest possible point. If you can, place your head between the arm. Keep your legs straight, but don't lock them. Lean sideways over your trunk. Okay, we're starting with a hula hoop. That would be next. All right, Valentina, open your legs a little wider than shoulder width. You start with the ball out in front of you. Great. Knees are slightly bent. And I like you to pass the ball around the midsection, behind, scoop it up with the other hand. That's correct. And move your hips in a circle, while at the same time, the ball moves around your hips. Scoop it up behind you. It's a great abdominal and back exercise. The thighs and your gluteus. And it helps strengthening the arms. Diagonal chop. Want you to lunge over on one side. Let's start with your right side. Keep the weight on your right leg, about 70% on your right, just about 30 on your left side. Hold on to the ball real firm, and we're going to start actually diagonal real high over your head. You stand up on that right leg and you pull. That's it. Pull the knee up and turn your waist by passing the ball past your waist. Repeat. In a nice rhythm you want to create here, breathe at all times and force the twist. Make sure your front knee, the one you're standing on, is aligned with your foot. Reach as high as you can and place that head between your arms. The good morning stretch. Okay, hold on to the ball, feet shoulder width, keep your knees a little bit closer together. That's correct, right there. I like to keep the knees bent, and I like to bend over your trunk. Bend over your trunk, reach down, but don't round your spine. Keep your head neutral, that's right. Your knees slightly bent. Then come up and reach up as high as you can, squeezing your buttocks. Correct. Good. Come back to the center, bow over your trunk, hold it, don't go too far, keep your back aligned, chest out, buttocks up, great, knees slightly bent. Come back up, fully reach. Feel the stretch in your hamstrings, the back of your legs, and you're strengthening your lower back. Juggling. Now I'd like you to place the ball and balance it with one hand. Open your legs to a nice base, and we'd like to throw the ball over to the opposite direction, sideways, okay? Then catch it with the other hand and guide it forward and back with a nice small toss to it. Keep your eyes on the ball, and with confidence increase the arc. Add a little leg squat to it. Make sure your knees stay over your toes. It's a great upper body exercise, including your abdominals to stabilize. He uses now his peripheral vision. His eyes are still on the ball without turning the head side to side. Okay, golfer's swing, just as the name says it. It's similar than a golf swing. Feet or shoulder width apart. Okay, your arms out in front of you, holding on to the ball. I like to follow through with a nice swing sideways, at the same time pivoting your hip, your knee, and also your feet. All right, let's try that. We're going to swing it over to the right with a nice follow through, and then come back to the center and move over to the opposite direction. Good. Excellent. Don't lean too much forward. I want you to think tall. Very good. Keep your head erect. Excellent. And the front leg, I like to see the knee aligned over the toe. The race car driver. You're going back into a boxing or fighting stand. Extending the arms horizontally. Correct. Make sure you don't round your shoulders, but you pull back and stabilize them with your posterior shoulder girdle. Now, I like you to turn and twist that ball as far as you can by holding on firm to the ball. Come back to the center, follow through, and twist the opposite direction as far as you can. We like to challenge the rotator cuff, your deltoid, your trapezius, your chest muscles. Also switch your feet. Your knees should be soft. That means not locked. The discus. Similar than the discus toss, we want to stretch the anterior shoulder girdle with some dynamic to it. And we start with the ball in your right hand, and now I want you, with some momentum, pass it quickly to the left and follow through, reach as far back as possible. Correct. Now use a follow through when you bring the ball back to the center and shift quickly to the opposite arm. Cradle that ball, yet balance it. Extend the empty arm and let the palm of your hand face towards the ceiling. Okay, pecking bird. I'd like you to stand on one leg, balance yourself on that one leg. That's correct, right there. Now, I'd like you to bend forward over your trunk, reach down to the floor, and slowly come back in a balanced position. Reach over your head and concentrate on aligning yourself. Tight abdominals and connect to those muscles around your knee and your feet. Go back down. Keep the ball close to your body. The abdominals. Okay, we're down on the floor, and now John is going to hold on to the ball while I'm going to put his legs into position. I like to have the legs in a 90-degree angle and your feet parallel to the floor. Okay? Now, while he's crunching up, at the same time, he's reaching and extending his legs. Try to aim to tap the toes. Crunch on up. Make sure you exhale. Keep your head in a neutral position. Don't tuck your chin in your chest. Exhale on the way out and bring your feet back where they came from. Our second abdominal exercises, we're going to start in the same position with the legs, but the arms change somewhat. I like to see the elbows parallel, the ball really far behind the head. Okay, now he's crunching up. At the same time, he's extending the arms, and we're going to throw in some coordination. He's reaching diagonal across, so we work the internal, external obliques, the different part of the abdominals. We concentrate on your back. 2 exercises. First one is a side twist. What we're doing here is placing the ball between the knees, between the thighs. The arms are coming up in a horizontal position and keep it nice and fixed. Correct. Now you turn your legs in one direction, you hold it right there, and then you switch towards the other direction. The lizard stretch. Now we're going to concentrate on the lower back, flexion on it, and strengthening it. Hold on to the ball and basically get snug with your shin on top of the ball. Now walk the ball out as far as you can. Fully elongate your arms. Place your head between the biceps and walk the ball right back, right under your shin. And repeat.